The weather is unpredictable,
Yes.
and so is the market.
Oh my God, the segue.
Welcome to another edition of our podcast series here at the TF Team YouTube channel. We're happy to be with you. And spring is here, spring is not here, snow is outside, sun is outside. The weather is unpredictable,
Yes.
and so is the market.
Oh my God, the segue.
Oh, yes.
Where does he get it? Excellent. Yeah. We saw the word tariff just spook the stock market for, the past week or so. And things have tumbled. Everything.
You
has
have
gone up.
tumbled. The market has tumbled. Everything has tumbled.
That is so true. By having problems with my knees, so I have tumbled. But having said that, there are some opportunities in this in this downfall. The markets are down, so pretty much everything. So when you talk about systematic risk, like the market risk, it takes everything down with it. I look at it as BOGO, right? Buy one, get one free. Things are on sale right now.
And I saw this analogy because if you go to Hudson Bay, which is closing down, they've got their sale going on. You see something for 40% off, 25% off, you're inclined to buy it.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
The stock market, Magnificent Seven, high-valued stocks, they're 25 to 30% off right now.
Exactly. I mean, you and I have been watching Scotia and TD.
High dividend stocks,
So Scotia and TD are off almost like 10%. So basically, things are on sale for 10%.
So imagine you get something 10% off, but you're going to get 5% dividend.
Oh, can't go wrong. Again, you've got to look at your personal situation. If you are older and this is your retirement nest egg, I don't want to make light of this. This is bad news. Because you just saw your portfolio go down by 10, 20%. So if you, to put it into numbers, if you had 100,000, you're seeing that it's now down to 90 or 80,000 in the worst case scenario. So that's nothing to laugh about. But if retirement, or if you don't need the fund 10, 50, 30 years even, this is just a great buying opportunity. We can never time the market, but if you've got money on the side, this is a good time to buy. So thank you, Mr. Trump.
Yeah, and the thing is, I saw a chart on, I think it was Lincoln, that showed 1987, this happened in 1990s, it happened in the dot-com bubble of 01, happened in 08, happened in COVID. It happened before.
Every 10 years, you could expect something.
But if you average it out over your lifespan,
which is a long lifespan,
with a long lifespan, you're still going to gain.
Definitely.
Which is what you want at the end of it.
Definitely. If we're looking at investing, this is, your TFSA, if you put $100 on a weekly basis or bi-weekly, or even monthly, you're buying on the dip, right? So you're buying little at a time on the dip as it gets lower, and eventually the amount that accumulated over time will grow. Now, this is for your investing. If you're the average Canadian who's basically one paycheck away from bankruptcy, this is not necessarily good news because everything's going to be more expensive. We just saw, the tariffs for China is now at 104%.
As of when we're recording this.
Exactly.
By the time it's aired, it might be more or less.
Who knows? And China retaliated with that 104 with another 84. Now, think about this. Think about pretty much everything that we have, if you look in your house, is made in China. Right? Yeah. So if the U.S. has just implemented a 104% tariff, your iPhone that you have right now, the new iPhone, double the price, potentially triple the price. Everything that goes into that iPhone has a tariff associated with that. So the reason that companies went to China, Vietnam, and India is because of lower prices, right? We've got this insatiable appetite to consume, to get so much stuff,
True.
and we don't want to pay top dollars for it, right?
Yep.
So how do we do it? We don't manufacture it at home. We have to go to a low price jurisdiction. Now that low price jurisdiction has been hit with a tariff, so that basically means your iPhone, if you're thinking to buy the next iPhone, and also the new Nintendo Switch, which is supposed to be coming out.
Look at you.
Oh, technology. I'm the tech wizard, right?
Whoa. I'm impressed.
I'm
You've
impressing
come a long
myself.
way.
I've come a long way. And it's all because of you when it comes to technology. Because you know me, the only thing I know about technology, Control Alt Delete, right? That's basically it. But yeah, the new Nintendo Switch, which was supposed to come out very soon, they had to push it back because they don't know what price to charge it, because now it's going to be prone to the tariffs. So if you were thinking of getting the Nintendo Switch for summer, it's going to cost you a whole lot more.
And if we're going to look for that high quality camera for you to look better in our future podcast, forget about it. You got to look like this because we're not going to pay a higher price now, you know? So that's where it's heading. So, you know, for our listeners and just to educate them, because when this started, of course, I went away and I looked at how tariffs work. How does tariffs really work? And the retaliated tariffs, what does that mean? So if our listeners are going to hear these terminologies for the next couple of months, what does that mean for them? And when they hear them, what should they think?
You know what? Even though the president says it's not really a tax, it is a tax.
Yes.
It's unfortunately it's a tax on consumers. Yes, the kind of the end result is that the American economy, American president will generate potentially more revenue as a result of that, because prices will go up. And if prices go up and we charge a higher tax rate, that means they're gonna receive more income from it.
Right.
But who's paying it? The consumer.
Right.
So the consumer is the one that is going to pay a higher price as a result of that. But the consumer, their income is not increasing by the same rate. It's actually staying stagnant, if not going down, because we just saw the unemployment rate go down in Canada. So in the short term, it's going to be negative for Canadian, American, European, worldwide consumer. In the long run, right, you kind of have to say this: if the Americans could weather that storm, it could be beneficial for them because as a result of that.
I went away. And I also looked at some interviews because I wanted to understand what's the idea behind this. So I was looking at the interview with the Treasury Secretary of the United States, and he said this is his explanation of the tariff. The tariffs are on now so that it will force what you mentioned, the manufacturing to come back to the United States. Manufacturing comes back to the United States. As you said, the United States will right now get more revenue from the tariffs, but also will force manufacturing companies to come back and create jobs.
More jobs.
Now, more jobs created means more income tax, more corporation taxes, more people working within the country. At that time, when that starts to happen and the deficit starts to decrease, the tariffs are going to eventually come down. So
there's a lot of ifs there.
There's a lot of ifs. So it's what the president of the United States was saying: short-term pain for long-term gain.
Yeah.
The problem is we don't know how it's going to play out.
Exactly.
Because they put tariffs on the Chinese goods. They didn't expect China to maybe they did, but not to this extent. China is retaliating at every step of the way. So
I mean, you're right, but this is making the assumption, right? Because ultimately they want back the manufacturing jobs back to the U.S., right? Because we don't make stuff in North America anymore.
Correct.
Right? Everything is being made basically elsewhere. But here's the thing: there's a reason why we don't make stuff in North America. Because if we did, the cost will be a whole lot more than if we did it in China and other jurisdiction, rightfully or wrongfully. It's not for me to say, but if we brought everything back in the cost of the goods, we have to think about salary and benefits, right? So the cost of whatever you want to buy, let it be a car, let it be a new designer clothes, it's gonna have to go up. Are you willing to pay more? Now, a lot of people will say, myself included, I would pay more if it means that my next door neighbor gets to keep their job. Right? Gets to have a good standard of living. But we all have a threshold. How much more am I willing to pay? And that will be the answer, because if the answer is I'm not willing to pay more, then the jobs could come back here and nobody's buying. The companies will go bankrupt.
I like how you quietly said that you're a good neighbor. I heard that. Okay. So it's doom and gloom right now, but there's always hope.
Yeah.
As we said, this is a buying opportunity for us. So I want to end on a positive note, which is the other headline that we saw. Rents are decreasing. Not according to
Stephanie, our beloved producer.
She said, where are we getting these?
Exactly. Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
But the fake news have come, and they said that rents have decreased. So that means that if we're looking now, we're into spring, we're looking for a new place to live. This might be an opportunity to get that place that you probably want, that extra room, that extra that balcony so you can do your barbecue in the summer, right? This might be the opportunity to get that.
You're right. So rents have supposedly decreased. I think now the average is about $2,100 from the headline that I saw. Another positive thing, if you're looking to buy a house, housing prices have come down. Not everywhere. If you're going downtown Toronto in various pricey neighborhoods, they're continuing to go up, but they're basically stabilized, kind of across the board. So this is a great buying opportunity for people that are secured about their employment, that have the down payment. So this is, good time to invest, good time to buy a house, and good time to rent. And the only thing I would say is, with the extra money that you're saving, pay down your debt.
So good time to buy, good time to think about buying a house, good time to open your FHSA.
Excellent.
And buy the cheap stocks and put them in there.
Oh my goodness. Who is this guy?
This is why, you see, our producer is clapping for me. This is why they pay me the big bucks. And because we want you to start thinking about buying a new home, we're going to have a mortgage broker come on Monday, right?
Yeah.
In our new episode.
That's
Kevin Oang.
That's right.
Yeah, I called him Mark. Anyway, he'll be here on Monday with us in a brand new episode of our podcast. So you want to subscribe to that. We're going to tell you more information on that. Thank you, Pierre, as always. The trusted voice of the voiceless. All right. And, did you get your ballot in the mailboxes yet?
I did, actually.
Oh, look at you.
I did.
So elections coming up April 28th. Hopefully Pierre is around to tell us a little bit as we inch closer to that. He said he's heading on a vacation. He's vacationing all the time.
I will be leaving the country, but for only a week.
Permanent? Oh, no.
No, you're not going to have this seat.
No. I thought I'm going to get rid of you. Anyway, that's it for us today. Goodbye for now. And of course, we'll be on Monday with a brand new episode. Take care. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.